In Seoul's criminal underworld, two powerful mafia leaders have maintained a delicate peace until they both fell in love with the same woman. Amara, an African fashion designer trying to survive in a foreign city, unknowingly becomes a catalyst for a gang war that will tear Seoul apart. This is their story. Rain hammers the Maple Bridge at 3 in the morning. Seoul's lights blur through the downpour, neon bleeding into black water below. A woman stands at the edge, hair plastered to her face, mascara running like war paint, phone in her trembling hand, screen cracked, showing something that's broken her. This is Amara Okafor, 26, fashion designer, survivor, and right now, she's deciding whether to jump. Two cars screech to a stop behind her. Doors fly open on opposite sides of the bridge. Two men emerge into the rain. The first moves like he owns a world. Expensive coat, controlled panic in his dark eyes. Kang Ji-Hoon, 32, Seoul's most sophisticated criminal. A man who solves problems with money and murder, whichever costs less. The second runs like he's got nothing left to lose. Leather jacket soaked through, raw desperation on his face. Park Min-Jae, 29, Busan-born enforcer. A man who learned violence before he learned to read. They see each other. Both freeze. What the fuck are you doing here? Ji-Hoon's voice cuts through the rain. I could ask you the same thing. Min-Jae shoots back. Then they both see her. Really see her. The woman they've both been thinking about for weeks. The woman they've both fallen for. The woman neither of them deserves. Amara hasn't moved. She's staring at the water 40 meters below. Ji-Hoon takes a step forward. Amara. Min-Jae's hand shoots out, stopping him. Don't. You've done enough. I've done enough? You're the one who... Amara turns, slowly, like moving through water. Her face is devastated. Empty. The kind of empty that comes after you've cried so hard there's nothing left. Both of you, she says. Her voice is barely audible over the rain. Just both of you. She laughs. It's the saddest sound either man has ever heard. I really knew how to pick them, didn't I? Let me explain. Ji-Hoon starts. Amara, please. Min-Jae tries. She holds up her phone. On the cracked screen, a photo, blood, pooling on concrete. A body. A warehouse. Death documented. Which one of you wants to explain this? Silence. Just rain and distant traffic, and two men who've run out of lies. Sirens wail in the distance. Getting closer. Amara steps closer to the edge. Her heels click against wet concrete. Both men move forward, and the rest of the story is history. Sit back and relax as we do what we are known for. Telling the untold stories. 6 weeks earlier. Itaewon City. 6 in the morning. The city's just starting to wake up. Amara's alarm goes off in her tiny room. She doesn't hit snooze. She's already awake. She hasn't really slept. Again, her room tells a story. Photos on the wall. Her younger siblings, her mother, all of them smiling in Lagos. Another life. Another version of herself who believed things would work out if you just worked hard enough. She gets up. Morning routine in silence. No music. Just the sound of Seoul waking up outside her window. Traffic. Distant voices. A city that doesn't care if she succeeds or fails. In the kitchen, her roommate Yuki is already gone. Night shift at the hospital. There's a note on the counter in neat handwriting. Rent due Friday. You good? Amara pulls out her phone. Opens her banking app. 340,000 Korean wons. Rent is 600,000 Korean wons. She's short. Again. She closes her eyes. Breathes. Opens them. Gets dressed for another day of pretending everything's fine. The subway to Itaewon is packed. Businessmen in suits. Students with tired eyes. Everyone going somewhere, hoping it matters. Amara stands pressed against the door, watching Seoul blur past, wondering how much longer she can keep doing this. Amara's collection sits in a basement space off the main drag. You have to go downstairs to find it. The sign outside flickers. It's been doing that for 3 months. She can't afford to fix it. But inside, it's different. Warm. Colorful. Racks of clothes that are genuinely beautiful, African prints mixed with Korean tailoring. Hanbok-inspired dresses in Kent cloth. Seoul meets Lagos. East meets West. Her dream made fabric, but there are no customers. Amara unlocks the door, turns on the lights, starts a routine, steaming wrinkles out of dresses, checking inventory she's already checked, updating an Instagram account with 200 followers, most of them bots. 8:30, a woman enters. Middle-aged, Korean, well-dressed, expensive bag, the kind of customer Amara needs. The woman looks around slowly, picks up a dress, examines the stitching, the embroidery. Amara watches, heart-hammering, trying not to look desperate. "Did you make this?" the woman asks in Korean. "I designed it." Amara responds in careful Korean. "I work with local tailors in Dongdaemun. The fabric is..." "How much?" 150,000 won. The woman's face changes. "For this..." She puts the dress down. Not gently. "The stitching is uneven." "It's not." Amara knows it's not. She spent 3 days on that piece. The embroidery alone took. "You should lower your prices. This is in Gangnam. Nobody here will pay this much." The woman walks out. Amara stands there, breathing through it, not crying. Not yet. She's gotten good at not crying. Her phone rings. Unknown number. She almost doesn't answer. Bill collectors have been calling. "Hello? Ms. Okafor?" A man's voice. Older. Professional. "This is Park Gallery in Gangnam. We received your submission for the spring exhibition." Amara's heart stops. She submitted her portfolio 3 months ago. Heard nothing. Assumed rejection. "We'd like to feature your work. 5 pieces. Opening is Friday night. Can you attend?" She can't speak for a second. Her throat's closed up. "Yes." She finally manages. "Yes, absolutely." "Good. The exhibition starts at 8. Bring your best work. We'll provide the space and the audience. The rest is up to you." When she hangs up, her hands are shaking. She sits down on the floor of her empty shop, right there on the concrete, and she lets herself cry, just for a minute. Happy tears this time, grateful tears. Then she gets up, wipes her face, gets back to work. She has 3 days to prepare. The next 72 hours blur together. Amara barely sleeps. She's selecting pieces, second-guessing herself, changing her mind. Which dress best represents her vision, which shows her technical skill, which will make people stop and actually see her. She steams every piece until it's perfect, folds everything carefully, takes the subway across Seoul with a bag, so heavy she can barely carry it, gets lost twice finding the gallery in Gangnam, almost turns around 4 times. The building is intimidating, all glass and steel, modern, expensive, the kind of place where people like her don't usually belong. She almost leaves, almost convinces herself this is a mistake, that she doesn't belong here, that she should go back to her basement shop and accept that dreams are for other people. But she doesn't leave. She takes a breath, walks through those glass doors, finds the exhibition coordinator, sets up her 5 pieces in the small corner they've given her, and then she waits. Friday night, 8 o'clock, the gallery opening. The space fills quickly. Everyone's in black. Minimal chic. Expensive minimalism. That studied carelessness that costs thousands of won. Amara walks in wearing her own design. Bold yellow and blue. African wax print with Korean lines. Traditional meets contemporary. She stands out like a sunflower in a coal mine. People look. Some smiles are kind, curious, welcoming. Some aren't. She feels their judgment like weight. She finds her corner. Her 5 pieces on mannequins. They look good, really good, under the gallery lights. The embroidery shines. The colors pop. The fusion of cultures feels intentional, beautiful, necessary. But she's alone. Everyone else is in groups, talking, laughing, networking. She stands by her work. Try to look busy on her phone, feeling invisible. Most people here are pretending. She turns. A man stands beside her, early 30s, perfect suit, probably costs more than her rent, but his eyes are kind, really kind. Pretending what? She asks. To understand art, to care about it beyond investment value. He looks at her pieces, really looks, not the quick glance people give art they don't care about. He studies the stitching, the color choices, the way African prints flow into Korean lines. But you made these, so you can't pretend. You know exactly what they mean. No, she says quietly. I really can't pretend. He smiles. It reaches his eyes. Park said you were talented. He severely undersold you. You know, Park, we do business together. I invest in things I believe in. He extends his hand. Western gesture. Kang Ji-Hoon. She shakes it. Amara Okafor. I know, he says. Something about the way he says it makes her notice. How does he know? But then they're talking. About her work. Her designs. Why she came to Korea. He asks questions that show he's actually listening. Where did she learn to blend the styles? What drew her to fashion? What does she want people to feel when they wear her clothes? She finds herself answering honestly. No sales pitch. No desperation. Just real conversation with someone who seems to actually care about her answers. 20 minutes disappear like smoke. Then his phone rings. He checks the screen. His whole face changes. The warmth vanishes. The kindness in his eyes hardens into something else. Something dangerous. I'm sorry, he says. I have to take this. He walks away. She watches him go. Watches how people move out of his way. Not obvious, but they do. Like they sense something predatory about him. His body language shifts. Harder. Colder. All business. She can't hear what he's saying, but she sees his jaw clench. Sees him give an order. Sees the look on his face that says someone on the other end of that call is about to have a very bad night. When he comes back, the warmth is forced. Painted on. She can see the seams. Emergency. Work. He hands her a business card. Heavy stock. Expensive. Just a name and number. No company. No details. I'd like to see your shop. Talk about a possible partnership. What kind of partnership? The kind where I invest in your vision. You create. We both benefit. You don't know anything about my business. I know you're talented. I know you're here alone. I know you made something beautiful in a city that doesn't make that easy. He pauses. Looks at her. I know what that takes. She takes the card. Despite the warning bells. Despite knowing something's off about him. He leaves. She watches him go. Surrounded by people who treat him like he's dangerous. Because he is. She can feel it. But she kept the card anyway. 4 days later. Tuesday night. 11 o'clock. Amara's closing up the shop. The gallery led to exactly 0 sales. A few people took her card. Nobody called. She still can't make rent. Itaewon at night is loud. Drunk tourists stumbling between bars. Military guys on leave. Street food vendors shouting. Neon everywhere. Voices in 6 languages. The international district never sleeps. She locks up. Starts walking to the subway. Head down. Tired. So tired. Hey! Hey, beautiful. 3 guys outside a bar. Early 20s. Drunk. They see her. Lock onto her. She keeps walking. Never engage. Never make eye contact. Basic survival rules for women alone at night. Yeah, we're talking to you. They follow. She walks faster. They match her pace. She can hear them behind her. Getting closer. Laughing. She turns down a side street. Mistake. Darker here. Fewer people. Wrong turn. One of them grabs her arm. Why are you being rude? We just want to talk. She spins. Pepper spray already in her hand. Gets him right in the face. He screams. Stumbles back. The other 2 freeze. Then get angry. You bitch. A figure steps out of the shadows between buildings. Let her go. The voice is young. Calm. More dangerous for being calm. This isn't someone who needs to yell to be scary. This is Park Min-Jae. Late 20s. leather jacket, scarred knuckles, eyes that have seen things most people only have nightmares about. Who the fuck are you? One of the drunk guys tries to sound tough. Min-Jae doesn't answer, just steps between them, and Amara puts himself in the line of fire without being asked. One of the drunk guys swings. Big mistake. What happens next isn't movie choreography. It's brutal, fast, efficient. Min-Jae moves like violence is a language he's fluent in. Elbow to the throat, knee to the ribs, the crunch of cartilage breaking. 15 seconds. All three guys are on the ground or running. One's crying. Another can't breathe right. Silence. Just Amara's harsh breathing and distant music from the bars. Min-Jae's checking his knuckles. Split open. Bleeding. Like this happens often enough he's used to it. You okay? He asks, not looking at her, giving her space. I had it under control, she says, still holding the pepper spray. He almost smiles. I know. Saw you nail the first guy. Nice aim. You were watching? I was walking. Saw them follow you. He shrugs. Didn't like the odds. And you just decided to help? I don't like unfair fights. They start walking. He doesn't ask where she's going. Just walks beside her. Not too close. Respectful distance. Like he understands what it means for a woman to be approached by a strange man after what just happened. They walk in silence for a minute. 2. The adrenaline starts to fade. Amara's hands are shaking now. Delayed reaction. You're not from here, Min-Jae says. Statement, not question. So, Korea. What gave it away? Dry humor. Defense mechanism. The way you carry yourself. Like you're used to being looked at, but not used to being seen. He pauses. There's a difference. She looks at him. That was perceptive. Uncomfortably perceptive. You're not from Seoul either, she says. Busan. How'd you know? Your accent. Subtle, but it's there. Good ear. I listen. They reach a 24-hour convenience store. Harsh fluorescent lights. Empty, except for the clerk scrolling his phone. Min-Jae buys a bottle of water. Uses it to wash the blood off his knuckles. The water runs pink in the gutter. Amara watches. Does this happen a lot? What? Getting into fights. Only when necessary. And tonight was necessary? He looks at her. Direct eye contact. Yes. There's something honest about him. Raw. Not polished like Ji-Hoon. Min-Jae is all edges and broken glass. What do you do? She asks. I solve problems. That's vague. It's accurate. Legal problems? He pauses. Too long. Sometimes. She should walk away. She knows she should. Every instinct says this man is dangerous. But he just saved her. And there's something in his eyes that looks like loneliness that matches her own. Thank you, she says, for earlier. Don't thank me yet. Those guys drink at that bar every week. They'll remember you. Are you threatening me? No. I'm telling you I'll make sure they don't bother you again. How? Do you really want to know? She doesn't answer. Because no, she doesn't want to know. She can guess. They reach her car. Old Hyundai. Dent in the passenger door. She's never been more grateful to see it. This is me, she says. Min-Jae nods. Doesn't ask where she lives. Doesn't push for her number. Just stands there, hands in pockets, giving her space to leave. Can I see you again? He asks. Simple. Direct. No games. Why? Because I've walked past your shop 50 times in the last 2 months. Never had a reason to go in. Now I do. She's surprised. Actually surprised. You notice my shop? I notice things. He shrugs. The sign flickers. Drives me crazy every time I walk past. Despite everything, she almost smiles. Coffee. Somewhere public. Daytime. Smart. He respects that. I'll text you if. She writes her number on a receipt. Hands it to him before she can second-guess herself. Tuesday, 3 p.m. Anthracite in Hapjeong. I'll be there, he says. She gets in her car. Drives away. In her rear-view mirror, she watches him stand there, watching her go, making sure she's safe. Then two guys emerge from a nearby alley. They talk to Min-Jae, clearly waiting for him. His whole posture changes. Shoulders back, voice harder, giving orders. And Amara realizes he wasn't just walking. He was working. This is his territory. These are his people. She just gave her number to someone who might be just as dangerous as Ji-Hoon. Maybe more dangerous. Because at least Ji-Hoon pretends to be civilized. Wednesday morning, 8 a.m. Amara's phone, 2 messages waiting. The first, received at 7:03 a.m. Good morning. I hope this isn't too forward, but I haven't stopped thinking about your work. Dinner this week? I'd like to discuss how we might work together. JH. The second, received at 7:47 a.m. It's Min-Jae. From last night. Coffee still on for Tuesday? I promise I'm better at conversation than fighting. She stares at both messages. Two men, both dangerous, both interested. Her roommate Yuki comes in, towel dry her hair after shower. Takes one look at Amara's face. Why do you have your stress face? I don't have a stress face. You absolutely have a stress face. What's wrong? Yuki sees the phone, reads over Amara's shoulder. Her eyes go wide. Oh, two guys. It's not like that. What's it like then? Amara doesn't know how to answer because she doesn't know what this is. She texts back. To Ji-Hoon, Thursday works. Where? To Min-Jae, see you Tuesday. Looking forward to it. Yuki watches her send both messages. You're playing with fire, you know that? I'm having coffee and dinner with two different people. That's called dating. Two people who both somehow found you in a city of 10 million. That's not random. Amara, it's not. But Amara doesn't want to think about that right now. Gangnam, Ji-Hoon's office, penthouse level, floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking Seoul. Ji-Hoon sits at his desk. Expensive everything. But he's not looking at the reports in front of him. He's looking at his phone, at Amara's Instagram, at photos of her designs. Her smile in the pictures with customers who actually bought something. His lieutenant, Hyun-woo, enters without knocking. 40-something, scarred face, loyal to the point of violence. Boss, the Busan shipment. We have a problem. Handle it. It's Min-Jae's crew. They're blocking the port again. Ji-Hoon looks up. Actually looks up. Since when? 3 days ago. I thought you knew. Why wasn't I told immediately? You've been distracted, boss. Hyun-woo sits down, uninvited, which means this is serious. With respect, you've checked your phone 43 times in the last hour. Ji-Hoon says nothing, because it's true. Who is she? Hyun-woo asks. None of your concern. You're making her my concern. If you're vulnerable, we're all vulnerable. That's how this works. I'm not vulnerable. Then why are you smiling at her Instagram like a teenager? When's the last time you smiled at anything that wasn't profitable? Ji-Hoon closes his phone, rubs his face. Set up a meeting with Min-Jae. Tomorrow, neutral ground. About the port? About everything. Across the city. Mapo District. Min-Jae's garage. It's not really a garage. It's a front. In the back room, men counting money. Weapons in locked cabinets. This is where real business happens. Min-Jae is working on a motorcycle, hands covered in grease. He works like meditation. Like this is the only time his brain shuts up. His best friend, Duri, approaches. They grew up together in Busan. Survived together. We got a problem. Duri says, we always have a problem. Kang Ji-Hoon wants a meeting. Tomorrow. Min-Jae's hand stopped moving. When did this come in? 20 minutes ago. Says it's urgent. It's about the port. He wants us to back off. Probably. Unless... Duri grins. Unless it's about the girl you won't tell me about. There's no girl. You've checked your phone 16 times. Waiting for something. From someone who you never wait for. Min-Jae wipes his hands. Says nothing, which is confirmation enough. Duri laughs. You met someone Someone normal. Someone who doesn't know what you do. Drop it. Is she worth it? Worth the risk of getting distracted in this business? Min-Jae thinks about Amara, standing in that alley, pepper spray ready. Not a victim, a fighter. Yeah, he says quietly. She might be. His phone buzzes. Text from Amara. See you Tuesday. Looking forward to it. Duri sees his face. Oh, you're fucked. Shut up. You're actually smiling. You never smile. I'm not smiling. You're absolutely smiling. Bose is going to have a field day when he finds out. Min-Jae doesn't deny it this time. That night, 3 different locations, 3 different people, all thinking about the same thing. Amara's in her shop, trying on different outfits for Tuesday coffee, for Thursday dinner, feeling ridiculous, feeling hopeful, feeling scared. Yuki video calls from the hospital break room. Have you Googled them yet? No. Why not? Because it feels like cheating, like reading the end of a book. Amara, Google them. Right now. She types, Kang Ji-Hoon Seoul. Results, society pages, charity galas, prominent businessman and art patron. Nothing concrete, nothing criminal. Either he's clean or he's very good at hiding. She types, Park Min-Jae Busan Seoul. Nothing, like he doesn't exist online. No social media, no news articles, no digital footprint at all. That should worry her more than it does. She closes her laptop. Ji-Hoon's in his car. Driver taking him somewhere. He's on the phone with a supplier in Incheon. No, the route stays the same. I don't care if Min-Jae is blocking the port. We were there first. Handle it. He hangs up, looks at his phone, opens his text thread with Amara. His thumb hovers over her name. He wants to text her. Say something. Anything. But what? What do you say to someone like her when you're someone like him? His driver interrupts his thoughts. Sir, we're being followed. Ji-Hoon looks in the rear view mirror. Black van. 3 cars back. Professional distance. Min-Jae's people? Can't tell. Too dark. Lose them. Take the tunnel. The car accelerates into Seoul's underground traffic system. Min-Jae's on a rooftop in Mapo, smoking. Seoul spread out below him like a circuit board. All lights and possibility, and none of it for people like him. His phone keeps buzzing. Text from his crew. Ji-Hoon's people were at the port again. They're pushing back harder. We need you to make a decision. He ignores them. Looks at Amara's number instead. Wants to text her. Can't think of what to say. Duri comes up to the roof. You're really not going to tell her, are you? What you do? Would you? I'd never date a civilian in the first place. Too complicated. I'm not dating her. We're having coffee. And then what? You fall for her? She falls for you? And then one day she Googles your name and finds out you're... I know. So why do it? Min-Jae thinks about it. Really thinks. Because for 2 minutes last night, when I was walking her to her car, I wasn't this. Wasn't a criminal. Wasn't someone people cross the street to avoid. I was just some guy walking a pretty girl to her car. You can't be that guy. I know. But God, he wants to be. Back at Amara's shop. She's about to lock up when her phone rings. Unknown number. Again. She almost doesn't answer. But something makes her. Hello. Heavy breathing. Then a voice. Distorted. Mechanical. You should be careful who you trust, Amara. Her blood runs cold. Who is this? A friend. Stay away from Kang Ji-Hoon. Stay away from Park Min-Jae. How do you know those names? How do you know my... They're not who you think they are. Neither of them. You're in danger, and you don't even know it. Click. Line goes dead. Amara stand there, hand shaking. Looks out at the street. For the first time since arriving in Seoul, the city feels genuinely dangerous. Not exciting dangerous. Not foreign dangerous. Actually dangerous. She locks the door. Triple checks it. Gets in her car. Drives home, checking her mirrors every 30 seconds. Wednesday night. Neutral ground. A pojamika in Hongdae. Street food tent. Public. Crowded. As safe as anything gets in their world. Ji-Hoon arrives first. Expensive car. But he gets out alone. No visible guards. They're there. Just hidden. Watching from 4 different angles. Min-Jae arrives on his motorcycle. Parks it himself. Also alone. His people are watching too. This is a dangerous game they're playing. They sit across from each other. The Ajumma, running the tent, brings soju. Leaves quickly. She's been running this place for 30 years. She knows dangerous men when she sees them. Neither speaks for a long moment. Then Ji-Hoon, the port. Your shipments are disrupting my routes. We were there first. 2 years ago. Then you left. We moved in. Now it's ours. That's not how territory works, Park. Then how does it work, Kang? They stare at each other. Years of history in that look. Rivals who've maintained careful balance. Not enemies. Not yet, but close. Ji-Hoon pours soju. Slides a glass to Min-Jae. Peace offering. Or poison. With them, it's hard to tell. I don't want a war, Ji-Hoon says. Neither do I. Wars are expensive. Bad for business. Then we split it. Half the port. Half the routes. Equal profits. Min-Jae considers. Who manages logistics? Neutral party. Someone we both trust. We don't trust anyone. Then we'll have to start. They drink. The soju burns going down. Seals the agreement. Silence. But it's loaded. Both men know there's something else. Something unspoken. There's something else, Min-Jae finally says. Isn't there? Ji-Hoon's face doesn't change. But his eyes do. Minutely. I don't know what you mean. You didn't come here just for the port. You could have sent Hyunwoo. You always send Hyunwoo. But you came yourself. So, did you? Because you're Kang Ji-Hoon. I don't send messengers to people who matter. And I matter? You're about to tell me something. Something that changes everything. Ji-Hoon hesitates. This is dangerous. But necessary. There's a woman. Min-Jae goes very still. Like prey sensing a predator. A civilian. Ji-Hoon continues. She doesn't know what I do. What we do. I intend to keep it that way. Why are you telling me this? Because if anything happens to me, if I disappear, if I die, she can't be touched. No retaliation. No leverage. She stays clean. That's the deal. You're asking me for protection? For someone I don't even know. I'm asking for respect. One professional to another. Min-Jae should say yes. Should agree. Should move on. But something in his chest tightens. Something's wrong here. What's her name? He asks. Ji-Hoon hesitates. It doesn't matter. It matters to me. Why? Because I need to know who to avoid. If she's yours, I need to know. Their eyes lock. Both men suddenly aware this conversation has become something else. Ji-Hoon's phone buzzes. Text notification. He doesn't pick it up. But Min-Jae sees his face change. Soften. Just for a second. The way a man's face changes when he sees a name he's been waiting for. And Min-Jae knows. He doesn't know how. But he knows. His phone buzzes. He looks. Text from Amara. See you Tuesday. Looking forward to it. Ji-Hoon doesn't see the screen. But he sees Min-Jae's face change. Sees the exact same expression he just showed. Recognition. Hope. Longing. And he knows too. Fuck. Ji-Hoon says quietly. Yeah. Min-Jae agrees. They both know. Without saying it. Without showing their phones. They're in love with the same woman. And she has no idea who either of them really are. Tuesday afternoon. Anthracite coffee and hapjeong. Afternoon light. Streaming through floor-to-ceiling windows. Amar arrives first. Nervous. She's wearing something simple. Nice. Not trying too hard. Trying very hard. Min-Jae arrives exactly on time. He cleaned up. New shirt. Hair brushed. Still looks dangerous. But softer somehow. Like he's trying. They sit. Order coffee. The barista is clearly curious about the unlikely pair. Fashion designer and street fighter. Seoul and Busan. Light and dark. Small talk at first. About Seoul. About Busan. about how she ended up here, chasing a dream that keeps slipping through her fingers. He listens, really listens, the way people rarely do. Why fashion, he asks. Because everyone wears clothes. But not everyone wears clothes that mean something. I want people to feel powerful in what they wear, like armor, like art, like possibility. Do you? Feel powerful. She thinks about it. Honest answer. Sometimes. When I'm creating. When I'm alone in my shop, and it's just me and fabric and thread. But out here, she gestures at the city. I feel small. Invisible. You're not small. And you're definitely not invisible. You don't know me. I know you pepper sprayed a guy twice your size without hesitating. I know you're running a business in a foreign country, in a language you learned as an adult. I know you're scared, but you show up anyway. That's not small. That's brave. No one's ever seen her that clearly. It's terrifying and wonderful. What about you? She asks. Why do you solve problems? He smiles. Sad smile. Because I'm good at it. And because I don't know how to do anything else. That's not true. It is. I've been doing this since I was 15. It's all I know. Violence. Protection. Territory. It's the family business. What's it exactly? He almost tells her. Almost says the words. But doesn't. Can't. Security. For people who need it in places where police don't go. It's not a lie. But it's not the whole truth either. She wants to push. But doesn't. Some truths come with timelines. They talk for 2 hours. The coffee gets cold. Neither cares. They order more. Keep talking. About music. About family. About dreams and disappointments. And all the little ways life doesn't match what you planned. When they finally leave, he walks her to the subway. Can I see you again? He asks. Yes. When? I don't know. I have a business dinner Thursday. With who? Too quick. Too intense. He realizes it. Sorry, not my business. A potential investor. The man from the gallery. Something crosses his face. Fear? Concern? Warning? Be careful. Why? Because investors always want something in return. Always. That's how it works. She laughs. Spoken like someone who doesn't trust people. I don't. Why not? Because people are dangerous, Amara. Even the ones who seem safe. Especially them. The dangerous ones are good at looking safe. It should sound paranoid. But it sounds like hard-earned experience. He leaves. She watches him go. Watches him disappear into Seoul's crowds. Another dangerous man who makes her feel safe. How does that work? Her phone, missed call. Same unknown number from before. No voicemail. Just a missed call and a sense of being watched. Thursday evening. High-end restaurant in Gangnam. The kind where they don't list prices because if you have to ask, you can't afford it. Ji-Hoon's already there. Reserve the back room. Private. Intimate. Away from curious eyes. Amara arrives. He stands immediately. Pulls out her chair. Perfect gentleman. The kind of manners that come from old money and careful training. They order. He orders in Korean. Translates for her, even though she understands most of it, making her feel cared for, making her feel special. They talk business. He asks intelligent questions about her supply chain, her target market, her 5-year plan. Offers actual advice. Talks about investment terms that are genuinely fair, not predatory, not controlling. Why are you doing this? She asks. Because you're talented. Because I believe in what you're building. That's it. That's it. But they both know it's not. There's more here. More than business. More than investment. Somewhere between appetizers and main course, it stops being business. Becomes something else. Personal. Real. They talk about art. About leaving home. About the weight of family expectations. My father wanted me to take over his company. Ji-Hoon says, import-export. Old family business. Did you? In a way. I took over. But I changed it. Made it mine. He didn't approve. Do you regret it? He thinks. Really thinks. I regret what it cost, what I had to become to succeed, the compromises, the moral flexibility. What did you have to become? He looks at her. For a moment, the mask drops. She sees something raw, something honest, something that might be shame. Someone you shouldn't trust, Amara. Why do you say that? Because it's true. I'm not a good man. I'm successful. I'm powerful. But I'm not good. You seem good to me. That's the problem. That's what makes me dangerous. Before she can respond, his phone rings. He ignores it. It rings again. Urgent. I'm sorry. I have to. It's okay. Take it. He steps away. She watches him through the glass partition, watches his face change, watches him become someone else, someone hard, someone who gives orders that people follow or else. When he comes back, the warmth is gone. Emergency mode. I have to go. I'm sorry. Something's happened. Is everything okay? No, but it will be. He signals for the check. Already paid. Can I drive you home? I'd feel better knowing you're safe. I can take a cab. Please, humor me. In the car, they're quiet. Seoul passes by outside. Lights and life, and a million stories they'll never know. He pulls up to her building. Thank you for tonight, she says. Amara. He turns to her. Urgent now. If I asked you to trust me, not to ask questions, to just believe I'm trying to do the right thing, could you do that? That's a lot to ask someone you barely know. I know, but I'm asking anyway. Why? Because things are about to get complicated, dangerous, and I need you to know, whatever you hear, whatever you see, I never want to put you in the middle of this. In the middle of what? He doesn't answer, can't answer, just looks at her with something like regret. Then his phone rings. He answers. His face goes white. When? Where? I'm coming now. He hangs up, looks at her. I have to go. Now. I'm sorry. What happened? Someone died. He drives away. Fast. Dangerous. Leaving her standing on the sidewalk, watching his taillights disappear into Seoul's night traffic. 20 minutes later. 3 locations. 3 people. Everything falling apart. Ji-Hoon arrives at a warehouse in Incheon. His crew is already there. On the ground, a body, one of his men. Throat cut. Professional. Clean. Message sent. Hyun-woo approaches. It was Min-Jae's crew. We have 3 witnesses. They were at the port. Our shipment was there. They attacked. Are you absolutely certain? Positive, boss. This is war now. Ji-Hoon looks at the body. 23 years old. Someone's son. His responsibility. Closes his eyes. Get everyone ready. Call everyone in. This ends now. Across the city. Min-Jae gets a call. Middle of the night. Never good. What do you mean he's dead? June's dead? How? Dury on the other end. Ji-Hoon's crew. They hit the port. June was there inspecting the shipment. They didn't just kill him. They sent a message. Fuck. Fuck. Min-Jae punches the wall. Blood on his knuckles again. Different kind of blood this time. Call everyone. Now. This is war. Amara's apartment. She can't sleep. Something feels wrong. Has felt wrong all night. She picks up her phone. Looks at her messages. From Ji-Hoon. I'm sorry about tonight. I'll explain everything soon. Stay safe. From Min-Jae. Are you awake? I need to see you. It's important. She's about to respond when her door buzzes. Building intercom. Yes, she answers. Amara Okafor? Who is this? Police. Seoul Metropolitan Police. We need to ask you some questions. Her blood goes cold. About what? About Kang Ji-Hoon and Park Min-Jae. We know you've been in contact with both of them. We need you to come with us. Now. The screen fades to black. White text appears. Part 2. The choice. Coming soon. If you want to see what happens next, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss Part 2. Drop a comment below. Team Ji-Hoon or Team Min-Jae? Who would you choose? And hit that like button if you want to see how this story ends. Because trust me, you haven't seen anything yet. The war is just beginning. And Amara is about to discover that sometimes the most dangerous thing you can do is fall in love with the wrong person. Or worse, fall in love with two of them. See you in part 2.